Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I am reading the chapter called 3 is Choose a Crowd, and well, coincidence because we're reading chapter 3. So let's begin. 3's a crowd. I'll be back in an hour, Max says to Crystal. I crouch down behind the couch in the living room so Max can't see me. This isn't where I usually spent my Sunday mornings, but Max is in the kitchen telling Crystal where he's going, and I need to hear every word he says. I listen carefully, and there's Mallory crouched behind the couch. I hear something about going with Weenie to take Champ on a walk and something important you need to talk about. I just can't hear what that something important is. I stay in my hiding place and watch as Max takes a leash off the hook by the front door. I wait until I hear the front door slam. Now's my chance. I walk into the kitchen. I'll be back in an hour, I say to Crystal. She wrinkles her nose like something smells funny. Mallory, where are you going? I scoop up Cheeseburger and head for the front door. I grab a leash off the hook. I'm going to take Cheeseburger on a walk, I say. Crystal moves faster than a cheetah toward the front door, but I get there first. I'm determined to be part of the walking and talking that's going on this morning. See you later, I wave and race out the door before Crystal has a chance to stop me. When I get outside, Max and Winnie are already halfway down my street. I run to catch up with them. Now's my chance. Now's my chance to find out what the important thing is that Max and Winnie need to talk about. I catch up to my brother and Winnie and fall into place beside them as they walk. Max looks at me like I have a bad case of chickenpox and he hasn't had the shot to keep him from getting it. What are you doing here? asks Max. I try to catch my breath. I'm taking Cheeseburger for a walk. I set Cheeseburger down and hug the leash on her collar. I've never heard of walking a cat, says Winnie. I smile. My cat likes to be walked. Winnie blows a piece of her air out of her face. She gives Max a, "This is ridiculous. Look." I've never seen you walk your cat before, I smile. She's in the mood to walk. Why don't you walk your cat another time? Max looks at me like that's something he'd really like me to do. And that's a picture of Winnie, Max, and then Max's dog Champ, Mallory, and then Cheeseburger. But I'd really like to do it now. Now is a good time, I say. I smile and start to walk, but Winnie doesn't budge. She puts her hands on her hip. Max and I have something important we need to talk about, she says, as if whatever they have to talk about, they can't be talked about if I'm here. I shrug. You can talk in front of me. It won't bother me. Winnie turns to Max and talks to him in a low voice like I can't hear what she's saying, but I can. This is starting to annoy me, Winnie says. Max gives me a look. I can tell he doesn't want Winnie to be annoyed. Mallory, you can walk Cheeseburger another time. I'm about to say, I want to walk too, but Winnie crosses her arms and points to my house. I know she wants me to pick up my cat and go home, but that's not what I want to do. I look at my brother. I give him my best. I'm your little sister and I want to walk with you. Look. But I can tell it's not working. Max looks like he's about to explode. Even though I really want to know what they're going to talk about, I really don't want my brother to explode. It's a little too hot out here for my cat, I say. I pick up Cheeseburger and walk back to the house. That was fast, Crystal says when I get inside. I plop down on the couch. I tell Crystal that Max and Winnie won't let me walk with them. They never include me. I pout like it hurts that I'm not included. But the truth is, it makes me mad. It mostly makes me mad. This is a perfect example of how they leave me out of everything they do, I say. Now do you understand why I want to find out what they're up to? I pause and wait for my babysitter to say she gets it, but she doesn't. Mallory, have you ever heard the expression, "three's a crowd"? She waits for me to answer. I look down at the Band-Aid on my knee. My third grade teacher, Mrs. Daly, taught us all kinds of things, and that was one of them. Of course I've heard that expression, I tell Crystal, but I don't like it. Max is my brother, and as his sister, I should get to know what he's talking about when he says he has something important he needs to talk about. What if he's in trouble? Maybe I could help. No, I don't think Max is in trouble. I just think he needs some privacy. My babysitter points to the crystal ball she always brings to my house when she babysits. Let's see what the ball has to say. She rubs her crystal ball and looks into the glass. She wraps an arm around me, and then if you look to your right, it says, "This ball needs to go back to Crystal Ball School." Now back to the story. The ball says you'll be just fine if you take care of your own business and stay out of your brother's. Crystal smiles like she's certain the ball knows what it's talking about. Here's what I'm certain about. I want to know what my brother and his girlfriend are talking about, and somehow, some way, I'm going to find out. And that's the end of that chapter. Next, I'm going to read chapter 4, reading time, and luckily, you do have to read, and I will be reading this to you. So I hope you're doing fine, and I hope you're doing lovely. See you next time when I read chapter 4 of Mallory McDonald, Super Snoop.